Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation, back at it, LivehiphopDaily.tv. Y'all normally see us on a Tuesday night, 9 p.m. as normal, but we had a special person in the city, and you know,
what's up?
They reached out, and I was like, yeah, we can make this happen, man, on a Sunday. Pop up real quick. My man Trel in the building. What's up, boy?
On a good Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday. Thank you for having me. What up, bro?
No doubt, brother. What's up with you, man? First off, what got you in the city in the first place?
You know, just taking care of a few business things, man. Running in the offices, saying what's up to the DJs.
Yeah.
I'm going to the club, saying what's up to the DJs. You know, hollering at the strippers. You feel me? We also pulling up on back blocks and checking in with the real gangsters in Atlanta too. So you know,
that's
it's just certain shit street niggas got to do.
That's needed, man. All right, before we get into it, man, for those who don't know you, talk about how you found music in the first place. Like what led you from street life to music life?
I was outside my mother's apartment building one day, and I was freestyling. Me and my homie, we was freestyling.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And this random guy, I knew he lived in the building because I always saw him all the time, but he was always coming and going.
Yeah.
And he saw us rapping, and he was like, yo, I don't even rap. I make beats, but I promise I can spit a verse that's better than anything you got. He was talking to me, right? I said, what? I'm looking at this nigga, the nigga looked like a clown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, go ahead, spit that shit. So he spit that shit. It was dope as fuck. But you know me, I spit that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that same night, he was like, yo, you want to go to the studio? I was like, when? He was like, I mean, not right now, but like tomorrow night or something, I'll take you. I'm like, you for real? Because, you know, I'm thinking the nigga bluffing.
Yeah.
You know, I always see the nigga in my building. I don't know what he do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like 15 at this time. So, next day, he took me to the studio, bro, and I made my first song.
Word, that's all she wrote from there, man.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you running in the streets, and we were just talking about you a little while ago. The first time you caught my eye was around the Chief Keef era, man. I was watching them videos, and I was online and watching you just go crazy like that. And that was the first time I seen somebody from DC really rep that DC shit, man.
Yeah, right.
Speak to us about coming up in that DC era, because DC, for as much as it's known being a chocolate city for all the go-go and all that, we still don't really connect it when it comes to hip hop. Like, what's it like coming up in a city like that?
Well, for one, it's different because go-go is the #1 leading genre of music in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I mean, before maybe 2003, 2004, it wasn't even cool to rap in D.C.
Yeah.
Because the go-go bands were so popular.
But you ain't gonna tell me.
Right. It was like, if you wasn't in the go-go band, you wasn't the shit, you know what I'm saying, unless you was a street nigga.
Yeah.
So it was different growing up in the city, man, where go-go really ran the town. It took a long time to get the whole city behind our own artists, and that's radio stations included, club owners included. All the big clubs wasn't really fucking with DC rappers because, I mean, technically we were nobodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was different.
Yeah, go-go is for real. I went to John C. Smith in Charlotte. We had a bunch of DC cats down there. Every single homecoming, we would have Backyard Band. And every single homecoming, man, they're doing some go-go shit.
Backyard is the shit. Shout out to Big G, man. Shout out to the whole BYB.
Yeah, man. So, but you definitely carved out a niche for yourself in DC that spread past DC to the point where it actually touched Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. Like, how did you catch the eye officially of Ross, and how did he bring you into the MMG fold?
Honestly, man, it was all through Wale. You know what I'm saying? I had been working, grinding hard in DC, and Wale threw like a talent show / contest in DC. You know what I'm saying? The winner would win a feature with him and a video, I believe. And so really everything that I had business dealing with Ross, it started with Wale.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He brought me to Miami and was just like, we about to go record. Mind you, I'm just thinking we're going to Miami to record.
Yeah.
So he pulls up to this motherfucking mansion and he told the security, like, yeah, I'm here to see William Roberts. Ross is my favorite rapper. I already know that's the government name. So I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, it's Ross' crib. So me in the studio recording, and I'm just laying shit down, and Ross just sitting back, vibing, just watching me record, and it just went on from there.
Word. What's something that you feel like you have learned from working with Ross as far as coming with the business shit? Because from writing to, Ross has really turned himself into more of a business name versus just an artist at this point. You know what I'm saying? So what have you learned from him as far as working with him and being able to see him kind of put together the plays like he do?
I learned, well, one of the most important things that I learned from him that probably no one else around would say the same thing is that he always told me to do what I wanted to do as far as my heart with the music. He told me, don't try to step out of bounds and do some shit that deep in your heart you don't really want to do it. You just want to do it because it's cool or because motherfuckers is making money off of it. For an example, don't go in the studio trying to make a pop record. If you stumble across a pop beat or something like that, and you like it and it's dope, then record to it. But don't go in the studio and say, man, I want to make a pop record. I want a #1 Billboard record. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's real important, because when you try to do some shit that, excuse me, you ain't used to doing, you lose yourself. And you lose what you were originally great at. So I pride myself on that. Shout out to Rose.
That's real, because we see a lot of artists now, they kind of I feel like they force themselves into a lane they're not fit for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not a pop star, like you say, if you're not a pop star, don't chase a pop record, because that could be your last record.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. Luckily for you, you didn't do that, and you're not on your last record. You're actually on a new record right now. Right. You got the new album, On the Run. You got the new video cracking right now. First off, talk to us about On the Run. Like, what's the vibe of the album, and what was your feel going into recording that project?
The vibe of On the Run is like a real fun, upbeat trap tape, party tape. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I think it's like 1 or 2 serious songs on there. I remember in Micaiah. Micaiah was created because a 10-year-old girl lost her life in DC due to gun violence. And I remember it was just a different type song, because it was a humbling trap record with one of my homies back from DC featuring Michi on that. But for the most part, On the Run is a real upbeat trap feel, you know what I'm saying? Have fun and, you know, fuck bitches, get money.
Hey, that's a good motto to live by, man. Fuck bitches, get money.
That's the only motto to live by.
That's what's up. So, like I say, I know you got the new video out. I just peeped it on World Star too. You talk about bitches, money, and guns. You got the whole mix in there, man.
Yeah. Carno is cracking World Star at the top box right now.
But talk to us about that video, because that is a fun ass video, man. It's nothing I wouldn't expect it from somebody who I felt is a real serious street dude. It's just a real fun kind of video type deal.
Hold on, which video are you
talking about? That one? Oh, bro, when the minute I saw you sit down in that chair and them 2 chicks pulled the guns out, I started laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this shit too coordinated.
Yeah. Nah, it was dope. It was just that feeling, like, you know what I'm saying? I sit back like a boss, nigga. All I gotta do is make that call. I don't really myself gotta press that button to get you dealt with, you know. And just in case you might see a killer coming to you, you ain't gonna never think these 2 bad bitches coming to take your motherfucking life. You feel me? So that's what type of feel it was, man.
It was that part. Like, they was fresh out the strip club, ready to bang something.
Exactly. Man. Shout out to the twins too, man. They coming up in the DMV.
That's what's up, man. So, you know, speaking of DC, man, DC, I've been up there a good couple of times. I love the weed up there. You know what I mean? I love it how it's cracking up there. Like, matter of fact, I love the whole barter system. I think I'm more of a fan of that shit. Like, give me a T-shirt for $40 and give me this bag of weed too. Like, I'm more of a fan of that.
Right.
How you liking what you seeing as far as the new developments in DC with the weed scene going on, and just the ability for dudes from get off the streets with the weed and be able to get into a legal situation with it?
I think it's dope. One, because it cuts down on arrest. It cuts down on arrest and convictions, and that's the #1 reason why I think it's dope. Secondly, man, you know, the world is more peaceful when marijuana is involved.
For real.
Versus when alcohol or ecstasy and all that other shit is involved. You know? When motherfuckers in a room, and when it's a room full of people and all they're doing is smoking weed, it's usually a nice, good, chill vibe, having a good time.
For sure.
But if a room full of niggas is drinking 1942 and white Hennessy,
somebody getting shot.
Somebody's shoe is getting stepped on, and somebody's gonna be pissed, and somebody's bitch ass gonna get felt on, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? So I love where DC is at as far as the marijuana scene.
That's what's up. When was the first time you smoked?
First time I smoked was probably like 9, and my brother snuck me to hit his J with him. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I'm scared as shit. I just went in the bathroom and looked at myself in the mirror for like 30 minutes, eyes red as fuck, like I'm high as shit. Like,
That's what's up. Do you is weed part of your creative process? Like when you walk into the studio, do you have to burn up to get kind of creative, or does it help you?
Nah. Actually, if you could ask any of my homies, I'm not a big weed smoker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really big on smoking weed. Like, I might smoke a J or 2 or something, because I drink lean. You know what I'm saying? And, I do a few other things. But so I'm not a real big weed smoker, but weed is cool though. I love where weed is at right now in America. Shout out to Canada. I believe Canada.
Canada just went legal.
Yeah. So that's dope, man. It's gonna cut down on arrests and convictions, man. That's dope.
Yeah. Well, briefly, let's speak about the lean thing, man. Because that's become a controversial topic as of late. You know what I'm saying? Not like we don't play enough homage to Screw and nobody else who really kicked off everything. But as of right now, you know what I'm saying, between opioid addictions, and we watching a lot of young rappers go from either passing out or saying they passing it over. Where do you feel you stand in this? Like, have you thought to yourself, is this something I need to kick or?
Nah.
Why not?
Nah. Nah.
So you ain't gonna fall for, so when we see Mozzie and them kicking the cup and pouring out the lean, you looking like that's not gonna be me tomorrow?
Nah. That's all I gotta say is nah. That'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
That'll never happen.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about the music. I know again that you got your new project out. When are we gonna see you? I guess, well, you already do have artists that you do have. Like, are we gonna see a collab of some of the artists that you were trying to bring out, or are we gonna see a collab project come out soon?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. I'm working on this project called Big Homie, where I got the whole gang on there, and I got a couple of up-and-coming artists from the DMV on it. The whole tape is a collab tape. We're gonna do about 19 records, and it's gonna be me featuring somebody else every song.
Word.
It's not gonna be a single song that is just me on there, and that's just a part of me trying to do something that Atlanta have done and Texas have done.
Yeah.
DC, we've never put together a mixtape of original music with more than 5 artists from our city on it. So I'm trying to get that done.
Okay. Do you have any word about some of the other guest features? Like, are we gonna see Wale, maybe a Cobain on there? Anybody else from DC?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get everybody on there, bro.
Word.
I'm gonna try to get everybody who has a name in the DMV for sure, and then we'll go get about 5, maybe 6 of those guys whose name is bubbling in the DMV, and put it all on one project. We're gonna call it Big Homie.
Word, man. Well, salute, man. Congratulations on the new album, man. For those who want to go copy, where can they go find it at right now?
On the Run is out on all platforms. That's Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Live Mixtapes, Spinrilla, My Mixtapes, Dat Piff. It's everywhere.
Word, man. Last question,
YouTube, bro. Everywhere. We're selling them out the trunk, too.
Selling them out the trunk, hustle style. Last question, bro. When it's all said and done and you done rhyming and you done doing the music thing, what do you want to be remembered for the most? Say when a fan looks back and thinks about Fat Trel and thinks about the music. Like, what do you want to be remembered for the most?
I want to be remembered for being the best representative of the District of Columbia as I could have been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want a statue in D.C. I don't really want much. You know what I'm saying? I just want not a big ass one, stupid one. Like, it could be like a little short, little cement statue or something with my name on it in Northeast somewhere in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because I always stay true to D.C. and I make sure I rep it, and I make sure everybody in the world know I'm from D.C., Northeast, East Street. So that's what I want everybody to take from me once my life is over.
Word, G. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank you
on a quickie, no doubt. And that's Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv.
Gang.
Word. Let's take these pictures.